Watashi kawaii karada. Drinking out the bottle, getting twisted, maru-chan, hey! Disclaimer, this video is for those of you who are into hip-hop, rap, music, and even more specifically, Megan Thee Stallion, and even more specifically, Japanese rap. And even more specifically, the fusion of the two. This video is for the 5 of you on the planet that exists other than me. Welcome. Let's enjoy this big step forward in culture together. You guys, it's finally happening. The fusion that I live for. Yes, Meg Thee Stallion has dropped a new album and it's full of Japanese. Oh my goodness, my heart is a fire. So that is why today we've got the Naruto palette on the face. We've got Kimetsu no Yaiba on the body, and we have myself being black in Japan as Meg Thee Stallion was several months ago, filming this song with a Japanese rapper to create the masterpiece that we know as Mamushi. For really all, sorry for all of the extraneity, but I am so excited for this because this is really my sweet spot. This teeny tiny, minuscule, minute corner of the internet where black girls and Japanese culture combine and fuse. That is where I want to be. That is my favorite place. So today, I just want to give you my impressions on Meg's new song, Mamushi, and yeah, that's all. I'm not going to play the song, unfortunately, through the video while I give you my impressions because that would be copyright infringement. So instead, I'm just going to give you my overarching thoughts, things that I noticed the first time through, just things I want to talk about, things that get me excited. So, here we go. First off, I love, and I know that everyone else loves it too. The fact that this song features a real Japanese artist, Yuki Chiba. Apparently, he was formerly known as Kohh. He had a really big rap career back then. All of you who are aware of Itjima, yeah, that's Yuki Chiba.
Okay, just to give a little bit more context on Yuki Chiba. So I went back and watched the song that went viral 9 years ago, Itjima, just for the purpose of this video. And it's like really hilarious because I can't understand why the song went viral. Even watching it now, it's like really crazy. But anyways, even at the time, so almost 10 years ago, I remember when I first watched the song when it was blowing up, the only part of the song I liked was Yuki Chiba's verse, this is his part in the music video right now. At the time, he was known as Kohh, so if you look up the song, you'll see Kohh, that's Yuki Chiba. And he has a song that's blowing up in Japan right now called Team Tomodachi that is also Yuki Chiba. So it's really interesting to see it go full circle, 9 years ago. I guess I liked his rap style, and even now, under a new name, I still like his rap style.
So anyways, he's featured on this song, and his flow is so smooth. Y'all, I don't know what it is. If you haven't listened to the song, please go ahead. The main version is explicit. There is a clean version, but honestly, I don't hear a difference, so yeah, you don't have to be afraid if you can't find the clean version for some reason, but just know that Spotify does have a clean version, an edited version, so listen to that one if that's what you like. Anyways, so I love, Japanese rap, for those of you who are familiar with it, sometimes the flow is really clunky, I feel like with, this is just a thing of rap, but sometimes the flow is so good, and I don't know how to explain it, but Yuki Chiba's rap, in this song, is the good kind. So we all love that. I think that's one of the reasons, one of the things that led to its virality. I mean, other than the fact that it's Meg Thee Stallion, she made a TikTok dance. That's how things go viral nowadays. But still, if his verse was trash, I don't think it would go as viral. So anyways, first impression, Yuki Chiba is excellent on this song. I love his flow. The chorus. The chorus is the epitome of the flow. It's so good. Okane kasegu. Atashi wa star. Okane kasegu. Orera wa star. It's addictive, right? Anyways, so we've got that. Yuki Chiba is on fire. Next, Next thing I love is all the Japanese, obviously. So Yuki Chiba, like, it's awesome because he's Japanese and his flow is amazing, but also just the fact that there's so much Japanese in the song. I'm living for it, right? We got Megan Thee Stallion going ham in Japanese. What's her line? Atashi kawaii, ii karada. She really did it on him. On me. Did it on me, y'all. So, ii karada, drinking out the bottle, getting twisted, Maru-chan. Like, that part's not Japanese. But also, then she name drops, like, one of my favorite clubs in existence, Madame Wu. I feel like no one is, like, getting that line. But that line blew my mind. That was the part of the song. I was listening to the song and I was like for the first time, right? I was like, oh, it's okay. Like, I didn't know that this was the single. Like, you know how each album, like, albums are good. They'll give you 10 to 13 songs in an album. But like, there's the one that's meant to be the banger. The one that's supposed to be the pop out. The one that's supposed to capture the entire generation, like, and bring them back to the album. Like, that's this song. That's Mamushi for this album. And so I didn't know. I was just listening to the album like head to toe as I usually do. And so it was in the middle, right? I wasn't in the mood to be like, oh, this is a banger. But the one part that caught my eye was when she said, going dumb in Madame Wu. I was like, what? That means sis was in Japan. Like, she was in Japan. Like, you don't just, y'all. It was this line exactly that made me fall in love with the song. Before I even knew who Yuki Chiba was, before I looked him up, before I really liked the chorus, before I really liked any part of the song, it was that line, Madame Wu, that made me go, I'm sorry, sis is where? She's what? She's in my hood. Meg Thee Stallion. Without me. The part that hurt me was the without me part, right? Like, you could go dumb and Madame Wu, but just invite me next time, you know, because I'm already there. Why weren't we there together? This is the problem I have. Anyway, so I love that. Like, the lyrics, we've got not just them in Japanese, but she's flexing. She's like, yeah, I was in Japan. Throwing racks. Racks on racks on racks. And it's something you would only understand if you live here. And so I had to do the slow clap for her. I had to give her her flowers. She got me. That's when the song got me. And I was taken. And here I am. So, love that. Let's see, what else? Next thing I love about the song. Other than that, you guys, thanks to this song, I discovered that Meg was in Japan. Like, I knew that she was, I had heard through the grapevine because I'm not so involved in news, especially celebrity news. I don't go deep into rap culture, hip hop culture, like what people are doing. I just am not that person. And so I'd heard that Meg was like me and she liked Japanese and Japanese culture and anime and stuff, but I never really knew so much about it until I looked up this song and I saw the videos of her in Japan living my best life. Mine, but better, right? Because she's rich and famous and is younger and her body is better than mine. So doing what I want to do, but like actually doing it. The stuff I want to do in my head, she's doing it. She's out in the Japanese streets in her American fashion. The crop tops this small, the hair up here, the weave this long, like shades this big, living her best life. Like, that's who I want to be, but I can't because I like am familiar with Japanese culture. I know the opinions of Japanese people and I know how we're supposed to act and it weighs me down. She doesn't have that. She's just here living freely as the magical black girl she is. And that, I love it. I love it. That's who I want to be, but I am not. So, no use crying over spilled milk. We're just going to move on with our lives. So that's what I love about the song, you guys. Those are my first impressions. I know they're shallow. I'm wondering. So I went to look because I'm like, there's no way all these people understand what is being said in Japanese. And me as a avid Japanese learner, my first thought was to look up Yuki Chiba's lyrics, was to look up what Yuki Chiba is saying and translate the lyrics, because I gotta know, right? I'm not gonna... Studying Japanese is a hobby of mine. It's not something I do because I'm like, oh, this is so much work. It's like, I'm trying to know what the rapper is saying. So I went online and I was looking for like the translations, right? To see if anyone's made the video, because the song's pretty new. It came out less than a month ago. And lo and behold, there's very limited information available, like that translates the Japanese rapper's verse. And so I was thinking, can I be that person? Should I translate the lyrics for the world? There are only a couple of articles, you know, those lyric sites that have the lyrics listed, but some of them are incorrect. So most of them are just laying out the lyrics, like when they're speaking in English, it's in English, and then Yuki Chiba's parts are in Japanese, but they're not translating the Japanese to English. I saw one article explaining like the bare minimum translation. They basically just mentioned the title and then the chorus, which doesn't give you enough information. I think I saw a total of 3 YouTube videos made on this topic. Like, that's how early we are, and I guess how few bilingual, English-Japanese bilingual speakers have tried to make a video on this. And one of them was in the opposite direction. Like, this man was fully bilingual in Japanese and English, but his audience is Japanese. So he was translating Megan's lyrics into Japanese. And so, yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is, do you guys want me to translate for you? Should I translate the song into English? I don't know how many people are out there who are really interested in knowing the lyrics like that. Yeah, I can do my best and translate it for you guys. If you want that video, let me know in the comments down below, and I will do my best to make that for you. We'll see. I'll be one of the first YouTube videos that translate this song in English. I think there's a lot of information, like in short form video. People are probably making reels and TikToks that tell you what the lyrics mean, but I'm not on TikTok, and I'm not even on Instagram like that. So maybe some people have done deep dives into the lyrics in short form content, but in terms of long form content, YouTube videos here on YouTube, they currently don't really exist. 翻訳してみようかしないかどちらでもコメント欄で教えてねRepping for my team! Team! 鬼滅の刃! Team! 善逸!